Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Allen headed left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. His first throw is an interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Running on 2nd with White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Motion man right is Smith. They give up the gut to Walker. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held them out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Love out of the shotgun. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 13-0 lead. Gay to add the extra point. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And it'll be Giants football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now for Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Inside give to Walker. Into the 2nd level past the 30. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 20-zip lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'd say some frustrations at the deficit bleeding over onto the field as they get rung up for the personal foul.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Frustration and emotion, right? You got to play with emotion, but you can't let emotion play you, and especially when you're digging out of a hole like they are.
First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now for Herbert. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
give now to White. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Here's White again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 46. That's brought in by White. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. It's into the hands of White. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Herbert on first down. Oh, put some heat on this. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Giants take over as they intercept it for the 3rd time in just our opening quarter.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 48. Gets out of trouble. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down from the red zone. Forced out to his right. He's running with it, and he drives it down to the 8 before going out. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Takes the handoff, now Love. Headed out right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Ooh, bad fortunes turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here if they're not able to convert on this third down.
Love now on 3rd and goal. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that will add to their score.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
From his own end zone, here we go. Taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Out of the gun, White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Running with Walker again. Up the sideline, past the 40. Works the sideline inside the 35. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants running away with it in the 2nd quarter. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning now from the Link. The Eagles with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range.
No way, you're kidding me!
Hey, Ram.
Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Now he's going deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. First down throw. Here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Trying again, following the sack. He lobs it deep middle. Wide open down the field, and he has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Gay to add the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Giants grow their lead yet again. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Herbert now off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the... That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
White on first and goal. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He's going to keep this one. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And they can't connect, so nearly 8 points to end the first half, but they'll only take an extra 6 into that locker room. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Man in motion here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Walker running to the right. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 35 on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. 4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers.